Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiva grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Hello, peekaboo.
Ta-da!
Hi.
I'm not muted, right? Good. Ow. Ow.
I wish it was. I had a seed just as we
I
went.
wish. Yeah, I wish your seed would explode in your joint.
Yeah. May your seed blow up in your joint. What was that old saying? May the something
May the fourth be with you.
No, may the bird of paradise fly up your nose. That's what it was. Yeah.
May the wind beneath your sheets be your own.
Blah 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 blah. You're missing your chats, buddy.
That's
Blue
funny.
is saying hi. So we'll put the chat thing up here. Hi, Blue. How are you?
I just whacked my elbow. I put my drinks over here because I figured they'd be safer, and I don't think they are. See? You see that? Oh, man. Anyways, welcome to the 420 radio show.
Yes. Hey, look. We can talk to them.
Oh, you
Awesome.
said I didn't need my keyboard. I literally just have my mouse. You lied.
Well, you can just answer him verbally. Hello?
I don't know Blue Moon, so I can't
Blue has
say.
been listening to.
All I can say is, "Hey, Blue."
For
like you gendered them. Oh, look, Al's in here.
Al's look. Hi, Al.
Ooh,
I feel like we should ask Al to come on as a guest.
He knows how to get in here.
Put him to work.
That's funny.
For
Al
no-
tried to put me to work. He said I was going to have to do some clicking around on tonight's show, but then he didn't tell me how to do it.
All. His name's not Al. His name is All.
All.
Yeah, it's Allan. That's how he spells his name. It's All.
Allen.
Allen. Yep. I'm Alan because it's Allan. Allen is Allan. All.
That's why it sounds like you're
all in.
He's all in.
And ALLIN is all in.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I think of when I think of Al Graham. He's all
That's
in.
what she said.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
what she
I don't know what
asked.
she said.
she asked that. She didn't say it because it was more of a, are you all in? Is that it? Hey, don't go there.
So MJ is got a treat for us. I'm going to make her video big. MJ,
Are you going to get her to show us her tits?
Yeah, MJ, stand up, please.
Show us your tits. Everybody wants to see your tits.
Okay. Hang on.
Not those ones. Come on.
Hang
This is
on.
an adult show.
Ah ha ha ha! You thought I was showing you the others.
We've
That's
seen
all
enough
you
of
get.
the other ones.
That's all you get. I know. I put you really close to the lower half. I didn't even check to see if I had a hole in my crotch.
I watched the TikTok video this afternoon, and it's Kermit the Frog and then somebody else in a split screen, and Kermit's maybe making very suggestive comments, and then every now and then a pickle pops up in his video. Hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I play it.
Get it and play it. But
after what we played last weekend, I don't know.
Yeah, we'd probably get in trouble again.
Oh, yeah. That one was a little disturbing.
But no. That's
Are you talking about the fuck you, Tony?
Yeah. But
I had a discussion with a bunch of people about that video after, and I was like, yeah, do you know that video? Fuck you, Tony. And they're like, yeah, fuck you, Ezekiel. I was like, how does it end? Not one person could tell me what I saw.
Because nobody's ever seen the whole video like that in full.
So I understand why you wanted to show it. Like, I get it, but I'm like, I feel like we should have gave out a little like warning or disclaimer to people ahead of time. Like, I didn't hear if you have a weak stomach or like you can't like.
No, we said the ending is fucking disturbing.
Yeah, but
for me to say disturbing, it's going to be pretty fucking bad.
I should have known. Yeah.
Hello, Facebook user that I don't know who it is.
You
good
can
afternoon,
go in and
good evening to you too. What? Where? Why?
Nova Scotia.
They can come back in with their name.
Yes, they can, but there's a procedure that they have to do.
Yeah, no, it's a link.
Oh.
Rid of it. I don't.
We're getting messages on the other chat. I keep hearing them ting.
Yeah, who's
Dale fell asleep again.
That daylight savings time, it fucks everybody up. How are you guys feeling since the time change? Any different?
Sleeping all week.
Yeah. I think I might move to Alberta. That's where they don't have time change, right? Or is this Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan. I'm going to move to Saskatchewan. I'm going to have to learn how to say the damn word before I go move in there.
The time change usually results in a relapse for me.
It is -0 outside in the greenhouse and outside. 18 downstairs.
-0.
Yes.
Sure, it's not +0?
No, it just says -0.
Maybe it's -0.1. That's why it's reading minus.
-0.6 and -0.8.
Okay, that would be minus.
That makes sense.
But -0 is not an actual thing.
It's 18 downstairs and 22 in the house here, in this room. I like my little weather station. So hi, it's 58 Fahrenheit, which is what? I'm Canadian, eh?
Fucking cold.
Fucking cold. Is that what the F stands for? Fucking cold? 58 fucking cold?
I know Celsius.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not Fahrenheit, but I don't know how to translate that. And it's weird because my thermos is on Fahrenheit.
18 to 68 Celsius. It's 87% humidity here right now.
Yeah, when it's cold and damp, that's
no, it's always
58 degrees?
Yeah, 58 Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
14 Celsius. That's still fucking shorts weather.
14 Celsius. That's warm.
Yeah, that's shorts weather.
I go out.
Yeah, it did feel warm
today. I take
today.
the dog out when my shorts still outside.
Yeah.
In the middle of the snow, I'm standing on my deck watching my dog take a shit.
Why do you watch your dog shit?
No, she doesn't like to play ball.
Does she watch you shit? It's just like payback for all the times you sit in the bathroom on the toilet and she sits there at
That's
the door.
The only thing she'll do with me is she'll take a shit.
That's funny. That sounds even worse. It sounds like you guys both poop in the yard.
You throw a ball at Rosa and it will just right off of her. She does not play catch.
Oh.
But yet, we play catch all the time with popcorn and Fruit Loops.
She's like, I'm not playing unless it's like I'm not working unless it's for food.
Oh, she's a ninja.
That's hilarious.
Moo, 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 moo.
Huh?
Remember that moo, 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 moo. You're not the only one for me. Yeah, could ever be.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
That actually was a groundbreaking commercial. I mean, it was HP sauce, but that was a groundbreaking animation commercial.
What, like the California raisins?
Yep, same exact.
Awesome.
It was around the same time, right?
Yeah. I can't believe they had like a record and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Was that like 89?
That record came out in the 60s. Probably the 50s.
No, I know the original. I'm talking about the raisins themselves, which were literally just concocted to sell fucking California raisins. It was a California raisin company that decided they were going to use these little things to sell their product, and then now they're on the chart.
I believe it was Sun. What was that? Sunfruit.
Thinking of Sunkissed.
Sunkiss. Thank you. That it was Sunkiss raisins is what it was, or something
I
like
don't
that.
know. I just
was
remember the
raisin.
California raisins. They were
Raisinets,
cool.
Things like that. I love raisins. But anyways, it's a raisiny day. So we're sitting here talking about Mary Jane's tits.
Teats. And we're looking at Marcel's yummy food.
Yeah, it's
That was
his
my
birthday
dessert.
today. It's his birthday today. Let's say happy birthday. Let's sing happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Marcel.
You live
Hey.
in a zoo.
It
You
seems to
act
be a
like
very
a-
happy birthday so far,
Really?
especially
Very
now.
nice.
Yeah, this is why I may be getting a little quieter.
Why?
Because the brownie has about 50 milligrams, and the ice cream has 40 milligrams, and it was fucking delicious.
So
So what do you think is happening? Is your brain slowing down, or are you just getting so relaxed that all the muscles in your face is just like
I'm
showing?
getting super relaxed.
Okay.
Thank you, Facebook user. I'm thinking it's Jess.
I'm thinking it's Jess too.
Yeah. I don't know.
So if you're listening on Facebook or watching us,
No, it's not.
how about you put your name at the end of your message? Then we know who you are. Then you don't have to go through the rigamadig of adding this and poking that.
I went and looked because she tagged me. It's D.
Oh,
It's my buddy. It's my buddy D.
there you go.
Baby. Oh, hang on.
What up,
Back
D?
here. Mute this.
Word to your moo moo. Word to your moo moo.
No, to your moom.
Moo moo moo. Hey Alexis, how are you?
Hi, Alexis.
Well, at least now we know that YouTube works, Facebook works, and LinkedIn works.
Yeah.
Yep.
It all works.
I
But
tried to go live on LinkedIn before. I couldn't figure it out.
You have to have 120 followers in a group or something. You have to have many followers before they allow you to go
Okay.
live. I've got like almost 6,000 followers on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
I got followers on places that I don't even follow. Seriously.
That's what I mean. It's so hard with all these fucking platforms.
I don't even have an account on LinkedIn.
I thought you
I
did.
got no. I don't think I do.
I feel like somebody like you should.
Why?
Because you have a wealth of knowledge that could do a lot of good for people.
Still waiting on
Fuck
Dale.
Dale's probably trying to figure out how the link works.
Well, he should have come in earlier.
I know.
It's okay,
Everybody-
Dale. Welcome to my last week.
So I just want to mention this here. If you want to know what it is, click on that QR code there. We're selling a book of all our bud breaks, and it's going to help pay for stuff on.
What's a bud break?
We're doing we have here. I'll show you one. Would you like to see one?
I think you should put that QR code back up again, just a little bit longer, so people can.
Well, I wasn't
Swoop
really
it.
ready to. I was just really mentioning it, but here I'll
There's
show you.
there's also a link in the chat.
Okay, I
Yes.
just seen it. It magically said somebody scanned the QR code.
Does it?
so I was
It
like, that's
puts it
so
in the
cool.
chat too, Marcel. Does it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it in the chat. Thank you, Alexis.
Oh, look at that! Yes, it does. That's cool.
So, does it happen anytime that we click that, or how are you?
Yeah,
getting
when
that
we
in the
click it.
chat?
Hey,
Oh,
2 viewers.
So I
Thank
should
you,
stop
viewers.
clicking it.
Thank you for scanning the QR code.
Look at that. Yeah, that's cool. It works.
I can't see the chat, so I'm glad it's there. So what's a bud break? Tell me
Here,
and others.
I'm gonna load up a bud break. Give me one second here.
Why can't you see the
Okay.
chat? Are you on your phone or are you on your computer?
I'm on the computer.
Okay, over on the right hand side, you see the little thing that says chat.
No, it says bud break.
Here, I'll just run the. I'll run
Oh,
the
are
little.
you on full screen?
I'm gonna run a commercial.
Yeah, how else
Hang
am I
on.
going to see myself?
Okay, we'll be right back.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews, Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBG TV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
So I got mine here. Irene sent me one. And these are all reviews that when we run a bud break, which I'm going to run a bud break in a second, you'll see that it's just a compilation of different reviews that Irene or Al have put together. And she's gone and put them in writing in a book that's $15, I believe, on Amazon, or you can get it through us, and it helps pay the bills. We've already sold a few.
Nice. And what sort of strains are you going to find in there? Are they from both the legacy as well as legal market? Is it just legal?
Everything.
Is it just legacy? It's anything?
I believe that it's just stuff that she has reviewed.
Okay.
Legacy as well as legal.
It sounds like a great idea and a great tool, and like even just it looks like a great coffee table book. My only question, or I guess concern as a consumer, would be if I buy the book and find a strain in there that I'm like, oh my god, I would love to try that.
Yeah, where do you get it?
Yeah, like if you're telling me it's Titanimal by Truro, then I'm like, okay, I know I can go get that, or
Well, it's all broken up. There's sativa strains. Let me look at the book here. God's Gift, Strawberry Banana, Hindu Kush, Granddaddy Purple. I like that one.
Oh, there's no doubt there's friggin' million strains, and like even strains that are on the market disappear.
There's what'll grow here and what'll grow there. She's put a lot of work into it. So have a look.
How many strains are in there, Al?
Let me count.
Okay. Like I've been meaning to do reviews.
Probably gonna have to take your shoes off.
I've got this,
2, 4, 6,
and I've got this that I need to review still.
Why do I have to take my shoes off?
Well, if it's more than 10.
12, 14,
See?
16, 18, 20. There's 25, I'd say.
Okay.
She's got that third foot going there.
Yeah. I was using my I had to use my penis as well because there was an odd number. There's 13.
Okay.
Now there was 13 and I only have 12 digits.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I heard a noise.
We're gonna put the chat back up. Thanks for clicking on the link, peoples.
How did you know they clicked on the link?
Look, Dale's down there. Nobody let Dale in. Dale
just
I can't see Dale.
Yeah, how come we don't see Dale?
Yeah, where's Dale? Dale.
Because I have to allow non-video participants to participate.
Oh, he's a non-video participant. He's a non-talking participant too.
Yeah, what's up with that, Dale? We need you.
Oh,
he's probably got his mic muted on his end. It's not on this end.
No, it's not muted here.
Yeah. Unmute your mic, Dale. Oh, I can maximize you guys too. All right.
So are we going to talk about the news about Ohio?
We can talk.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting all kinds of news here.
Like, I know that one's super exciting, and we didn't talk since that happened.
What happened in Ohio?
They legalized rec.
Oh, yeah. See, that has no interest to me at all.
It does to me because that means I can travel more places in the state.
No, you can't. You still can't take it across the border.
Okay, but that means as soon as I land, I can go get it. It means I can still go there. I can't go to Florida.
Do they allow you? Because some of the states only allow residents to purchase.
Yeah, I seen that too. But yeah, I would never go to Florida currently because it's just medical, and you have to be a resident in order to get a card.
For medical, you got to be a resident pretty much everywhere. I have a friend that actually they own a timeshare in California, and so she's got a medical for California as well. So when they're down there, she can go and get medical.
Yeah, but California's rec as well. You can just buy rec.
Yeah, but they still have a medical program.
Yeah. So does
And
Canada.
I think their medical pricing is still better than the rec pricing.
Oh, so it's not like Canada.
Yeah, because Canada, you got to tax your medicine in Canada.
I'm still waiting for pharmacy, like storefront pharmacies.
I don't know if you'll ever get that though, because of the whole taxes. Until they remove the taxes off of medical cannabis, then because pharmacies don't charge tax on medicine. We have some pharmacies here that don't charge tax on medical supplies as well. So it's the taxes are what's killing the patients, and the fact that because Health Canada won't recognize cannabis as a medicine, they won't differentiate between recreational and medicinal. All right, so they will easily claim, well, it's THC, even though it's a distillate. None of the other medicinal compounds are in that product. They'll still say, well, it's got THC, so it's a medical item, but there's nothing medical about distillate.
No.
There's a headache.
Or isolate.
Same thing. There's no difference between really a distillate and an isolate. You're looking at having a single compound removed from a group of 150 plus and expect it to work the same way.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had many conversations with my sister even about that, because she's like, it doesn't work. I'm not going to use it anymore. And then it's working too much. It's too much. It's too much. I mean, it's like, well, you're not doing it right. You're not using the right thing. You're buying distillate gummies, and it's not
high is a side effect of too much THC, right? You get high when you get an abundance of THC. If you're taking it medicinally and you don't want the high, you have a low enough dose that your body is using everything that it takes in. If you're getting high, then you've got too much.
Well, and it doesn't take much, does it?
No.
You're jiggling. We can hear you jiggling.
Here, let me mute. Sorry.
3 with a whole plant THC, right? Not a distillate, but a whole plant THC. 3 milligrams of THC is enough for new people, right? Somebody new starting out, that is enough for them to actually feel something.
So them 40 milligram fucking gummies that I've been eating all week because of my fucking sciatic.
But is it
THC.
distillate or is it whole plant?
Don't know. Just 40 milligrams of THC. That's all it says on the package.
Right, and that's the problem is you don't know if you're getting distillate or if you're getting whole plant. If you're getting whole plant, that's a lot of fucking THC.
I want full plant. I don't like distillate.
But if it's distillate, based off of my experiences with distillates versus whole plant, I give it a 10-to-1 ratio. 100 milligrams of distillate THC will give me the same effect as 10 milligrams of whole plant THC. All right, meaning that all of the other cannabinoids are mixed in with the whole plant, right? So you get that entourage effect. I also will have the effects last anywhere from 4 to 6 hours.
All right, do me a favor.
Off the whole plant, and maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours at most off the distillate. But distillate gives me a headache, so I don't like doing it.
I was going to ask you to do me to explain something to me. Now I've forgotten what it is.
Sorry.
Okay, to explain.
So, uh,
What happened? Where'd everybody go?
I'm here.
not.
I'm here.
I'm reading a private chat from Dale that I'm trying to decipher his English.
I know we make a terrible like radio show, eh? We're like dead air, dead
Sorry.
air. Sorry, my kid came in and she was like asking for some, so I had to like, mom
Yeah.
life.
Let me ask you a question, Mary Jane. How are your kids now? How old are they?
The youngest is 13 and the oldest is 18.
And are they using cannabis?
No.
Okay.
Neither one?
No. I just recently had a discussion with my son, who's, like I said, the 18-year-old, and he was talking to his friends because he's in college now, and and his friends online, and he basically he told them, yeah, my mom does podcasting, and she's a cannabis educator and whatever, and he's like, my mom told me it's fine if I want to consume cannabis, but that I should wait until I'm older, and he has no desire. He doesn't. He's like, I don't feel the need to have any sort of thing to make me
Yeah, but you
feel
know
any
what?
way.
David
And he has
says
no
the same.
medical reason.
David says the same thing, but
Yeah.
yet the minute a chick is like, "You want to go smoke a joint?" Well, okay.
I don't know. Like my son's tried alcohol because his dad gave him a couple. Once he's tried beer. A couple times he's had wine coolers, but he said the one that really got him was when his dad gave him a drink of vodka and told him just to swig it right out of the bottle. And he said he took a big mouthful, and then as soon as he gulped it down, he's like, my throat burned, and he's like, and I didn't even feel anything from it. So I'm like, what is the point of this? So,
Well, I can tell you firsthand that till I was 19. No. I was selling it, but because I was always told back then, you don't smoke your profits, right?
yeah, you don't smoke your stash.
So, but then a chick said to me, "You want to smoke a joint?" And I was like, "Okay." And then she said to me, "You want to fuck?" And I was like, "Okay." So, I mean, that was the 70s. You don't do that anymore.
Well, there is a theory that because back in the 70s, the average lifespan was a lot shorter.
Yes.
That people got married younger, had children younger, died younger. They just did everything younger. But now, because our life expectancy has grown exponentially, people are not moving out of home as young as they were. They're not getting married. They're not having children until 35, 40 sometimes, rather than doing this in their 20s because there's so much more life to be had. So I'm telling you, my kid is more concerned about creating content for online things, for his games. He's got channels. He has I don't know. I've tried to instill in my children to follow their passions by even just what I do with podcasting and just
It's okay, buddy.
not going 9 to 5. You know what I mean? It's not the only way to make a living. So, and he definitely doesn't want to.
I know that Emily consumes. She's 19. She's 19 this year. So she consumes and she uses it to control her diabetes.
Yeah.
Like I do. And
well, there is something to be said about genetics too, and the difference between men and women. And I know the studies are inconclusive and we don't have enough evidence yet, but there are studies that say that women mature faster than men, and men should not consume cannabis until their brains are fully developed, and that's not till 25.
I have heard that.
Yeah, but on the other side of that, I never would have survived high school without pot.
And you know what? I say the same thing, Marcel.
I went through high school without pot.
See, I never did.
There was a lot of alcohol consumed, though.
Yeah, I personally, I don't know because, like I said, the studies we don't have enough evidence, and I believe that everybody has got their own personal journey. But I can tell you mine, and I started consuming when I was 15, almost daily, and I come from a family with a long line of mental illness on the one side, and they say that sometimes the cannabis can trigger that, and I feel that if I didn't have cannabis, I probably would have been triggered.
It's all about the strain. It's all about the strain because there are strains that will trigger a panic attack. I've smoked them.
Yeah, you're that way. I don't know. I don't think I've
Oh,
smoked anything that heavy yet.
I've had the odd panic attack over the years. And a lot of times it's happens from switching a strain, right? And it only ever happens once when I switch the strain.
That's funny. I only ever get tired. I never get like anxious or too high. I just feel like I'm tired.
Oh, I've seen you. Yeah, but see, you don't make edibles like I do, right? So,
No.
I mean, testing and tasting and things like that, you make something and you think, oh, well, I might as well test that, taste it. And then you do the math and you realize how much you just had.
You know what? That's
Right.
actually one of my rules is you can't test your stuff and like while you're baking. That's like because you're right. You end up like licking your finger or you lick the spoon, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh fuck, how many milligrams was that?
Well, I made brownies today, and because I was told it's my birthday, I can do what I want, so I medicated them.
That's funny.
And
Mom, every year on her birthday, it's my birthday. I'm going to do what I want.
As you should. It's your birthday.
I didn't say it though. That's what was told to me this morning. Right? So I decided I would medicate the brownies. The brownies, it's a new recipe that I just tried here the other day, and they're the gooeyest melt in your mouth brownies I've ever had.
I've had those before. They're yummy.
So I made these ones, but then I kind of knew roughly how much they're going to be, but it's a matter of how big a piece you make, right? So I take a 9x9 pan of brownies and I cut 16 pieces. To me, that's a nice size, but when it works out to 40, 50 milligrams per brownie, then some people might want to cut that one brownie into 4 brownies and have a couple days worth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I have such a high tolerance that it's my birthday. I'm going to celebrate, so I'll have the brownie and the ice cream. And if I fall asleep talking to you guys, then that's on
good
me.
night.
Be the first time.
I've never fallen asleep, but I did that night that I ate that fucking chocolate from Darcy.
What are they saying here?
I just want to say, Blue Moon says White Widow raises their blood pressure.
White Widow will give me an all-out panic attack. I call it White Widow angry weed.
So, edible question from Alexis.
I got the perfect answer for this one.
What's a dessert that you've never seen made with cannabis that would you love to try? Throw me some ideas. I'm baking all next week. A dessert that I've never seen made with cannabis.
Like I've got ideas for like what you could do, because the answer is any recipe you find online that has butter or oil that you want to try with cannabis. Just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard one because there's a few things that I don't know if they would work for cannabis, and that would be along the lines of custards and type things. But if it takes a fat, it'll take cannabis if you can apply it properly. Right? So I do all of my baking with just pure straight oil. Right? If I need, my recipe calls from butter, then I'll mix it with the butter.
Mm-hmm. Did you say recipe?
Recipe.
I thought you said breastipy.
Is it because you've seen my teats in the beginning of the show?
Yeah, I think it is.
I knew it.
I'm fixated
He's
now.
got it on his mind.
I got teats on my mind.
Yeah.
And because of my process for this oil, I also don't have any chlorophyll, so I have no
burger
bitter
tarts.
aftertaste.
Burger tarts.
Actually, I only have taste if I apply too much to it.
Oh, that's funny. Butter tarts. I literally, when I tell people about cannabis recipes, I say, okay, everybody has a cookbook in the family, whether it's your aunts, your grandmothers, your moms, somebody in your family has got a cookbook.
Somebody says butter tarts, and butter tarts is actually a very easy one.
Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
is. I have,
Because
that card
key
holder
ingredient in butter tarts is butter.
that mums had, Mary Jane. The
What's that?
card holder box
Yeah.
with the
Yep.
flowers on it. I have
Yeah.
my mom's with
So,
all her handwritten recipes.
so this is what I tell people, and they're so amazed by this. I'm like, literally go into your that cook or that cookbook or bake book, whatever, and pull the recipes that you remember eating as a kid, or aunt, whatever. Like one of
But
my favorite that somebody did was the saltine crackers that have like butter and like sugar, and they bake it and it's all crispy, and they coat it with chocolate and then salt on the top.
okay,
Yeah, it's so good, and you could
Listen,
infuse
milk
either the
bag.
bottom or the
right.
chocolate.
It's candy crack. But listen,
Yes, that's what it's
yeah,
called.
but here's the thing that you've also got to keep in mind. You can take any recipe and you can add cannabis to it, as long as that recipe takes a natural fat such as butter, milk,
Milk,
cheeses,
oil.
things like that. Cheese will work, oil, olive oil, coconut oil, any oil that you want. That is all great. Just keep in mind that THC starts to vaporize at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're baking it in the oven
Mhm.
at 350 or more for any more than 20 minutes,
Yeah.
all right,
You're burning it up.
because you're literally that big cloud of vapor when you open the door
Yep.
is most of your THC going to the atmosphere,
You
right?
can stand over top of the stove and just like,
Hot box your kitchen.
I did that by accident.
But yeah, that's so I started incorporating recipes that had literally no temperature or little to
Is
low
is
temperature.
chocolate good for that? Like if you were to like say
Perfect.
in the candy crack, just infuse the chocolate on the top.
And pour it on the top. Yeah. Don't bake it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you pour the chocolate on afterwards. So
Yep.
chocolate melts at like 100 degrees Fahrenheit,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
you can put oil, like cannabis oil, in your frying pan and like cook your steaks and whatever, but like if you're cooking at a high temperature, you're literally degrading your oil.
But even
There's no
if you're
point.
cooking it in your frying pan in your steak, a better way to do it is cook your steak, and when it's done, take your butter mixed with cannabis oil and garlic or whatever spices you want, and spread that on your steak afterwards. Then you've medicated your steak with flavor, and you haven't cooked off any cannabis. She's all excited because she's getting delivery from
I
housekeeping.
got
What,
I
what do
got
you got
dinner.
there? What are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating?
Ham and scallop potatoes.
Oh,
It's so good. It looks hot. I'm gonna cool it down.
we'll watch.
Well,
Mary.
Steve, it's easy to make food with weed in it, but that would taste disgusting.
Mm. That
Because
reminds me of the time
plant
my
matter
friend
is
grew the
gross.
whole. Yeah, my friend just ground up the weed. This was
Oh God,
2006.
Tim and I.
2006, and she threw it in cake batter and baked it in the cake, and
We
it
we
literally
added
is like
more
brick.
water in cake batter, and we ground up some leaf that we had
Yeah.
and used it. We figured we'll add an extra egg and some extra water and use the leaf ground up as powder, as a flour. And you know what? It was horrible, but man, were we fucking high.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
would be. That's
I
before
was
we knew what we were doing.
Yeah,
Before we knew we were supposed to make butter or oil.
yeah.
I was given a brownie by a friend who told me that he had the best brownies. That everybody raved about his brownies, that they were so good. So I said, "All right, I'll try your brownie." And I took a bite, and as soon as I got it in my mouth, I couldn't get it out quick enough because I was gagging right away.
I know what you were
Chlorophyll,
gagging on.
chlorophyll makes me gag,
How do you
and
get
that's
rid of that? Because I know that mine has it in it.
Mine is
I
done
can't
through a
get rid of it.
filtration process.
Like
But
it tastes so strong, and that's like where that cannabis
Seed.
flavor comes from.
Fuck off, seed.
yeah,
I will never grow a seed out of a baggie ever again.
I do all the time. Um, yeah, it's why won't you grow
I'm kidding.
from a
Because
seed
he's
from a
picking
baggie?
out too many seeds right
I'm
now.
picking out seeds out of this bag that I've got.
That's hilarious. Does that say, "Man, I wish I was supper high"? Is that because we're talking about food? Did you mean super
Man,
high?
I was super high.
Yeah.
Yeah, not upper high. Yeah, it could have been upper high.
That's
But
funny.
I mean,
Let's move the logo so we can see what the person up top is saying, for God's sakes.
here's some easy things to do.
There we go.
If you want
It's
to make
okay.
edibles, try and make it from a whole plant oil, right? Preferably one that's been tested so you know how many milligrams you're working with.
Well, you know what? If you're growing your own and you've got a strain that you like and you make something out of it, does it really matter what it is?
What is?
If it's working for you, does it matter?
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to market with it.
No. No. But what matters is you have no idea how many milligrams you're actually
Oh, yes, I get that.
going
Yeah.
to uptake, right?
But you know what?
As an average, it could be anywhere from 45 to 85% THC, depending on the strain and how it was grown.
Yes.
Right? It's that wide of a range. So a lot of times it's worth it. You could say, all right, well, it's average at 50%. My averages are usually between 75 and 83. So if I round it out, then I look at it at 80%, right? But I'm trying to find a balance in an oil. So I want a THC value that's 3 times higher than the CBD value.
But you know, when you're growing and when you're doing that for you.
Right. But I still want to know how many milligrams so that if I'm coming up with a recipe, it's good to know how many milligrams I can get away with putting into that
Well,
recipe.
yeah, you know, you get a recipe, you get a patent, and you make some money.
Well, I don't care about the money part. I like just coming up with the recipes.
I was joking, Marcel.
I have a blast. Plus, I get to fucking eat all of it, right?
I've had your ice cream; it was all right.
Yeah.
I've had the salty balls. I've eaten your salty balls. You know what I did this week? I got they usually send out samples from the company that I get my weed from, and just before Halloween they sent out the 40 milligram gummies but they're all in the shape of cock. Right? So you could say I've been eating cock all week, if you like.
You mean cock as a bird or as a dick?
As in penises.
Oh, I do that with pink chocolate.
Yeah, you know what? The first thing Amy ever sent me was medicated chocolate cocks. Yeah. You got some too, Mary Jane?
Censored edibles.
Oh, let's see. Open it up. Come on. Open it.
Want me to open this one? Let's see.
Show us the dick. See if it's the same dick.
I can't eat it now because I got to eat my dinner first. These fucking stupid packages. Oh, there's many dicks.
Oh, yeah?
There's many dicks. Oh, and they're stuck together. It's an orgy! It's an orgy of dicks.
And it's a gummy?
Yeah, they're gummies, yeah. Not the same brand, obviously, that I got. Are they saggy or are they straight?
Oh, this one's stuck to this one. No, they're pretty stiff.
I do pink milk The
There's
pink
4.
mint chocolate.
Okay, so there's 4 of these in here. That means they're what? Because the pack can only be 10 milligrams. It's 2.5 milligrams each piece.
The whole fucking package. How many? What flavor?
Pack can be
Ooh.
100 milligrams.
Of course, they're glazed banana.
Ugh.
Banana can go one of 2 ways. It's either delicious, like runts, or it's disgusting, like that banana medication that they all gave us when we were young. I am going to eat this.
Okay. Your young and my young is totally different because I never had the banana flavored shit. You ought to see the crap that we used to have to fucking take.
Flavors.
Let's just say that Buckley's became my friend for being a pleasant tasting medicine.
Yeah, I like Buckley's.
Yeah, so do I.
That initial just after you swallow, just comes with the territory.
I'm an 80s baby, so that's like we had the banana meds with the suspension. Whenever our parents got us like a medication that was a suspension, it was banana.
Do you remember at the lounge, Marcel?
Did I answer the edibles question?
No, you didn't. But do you remember at the lounge that we had at one time a suspension that Paula got? Do you remember that? We must have talked about it.
Yeah.
Is that an isolate? Basically a liquid isolate? Is that what that is? Like what is a suspension? A cannabis suspension?
We never talked about that.
No. Okay.
I know what a suspension is in medicine. It's when they take a pill,
a tincture,
and they turn it into a liquid.
I thought
form.
it was more of a tincture, but it was white tincture.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
was it very runny?
No, it was very thick. Runny, yes, but thick.
So
it was
if your
probably
kid,
distillate.
Okay.
If your kid gets sick when they're really young, and they can't take pills, but the medication only comes in pill form, you have to find a special pharmacist that knows how to turn it into a suspension, which is a liquid. So it must be like Marcel was saying, the distillate or isolate turned into a liquid.
Well, all we did, basically what we did was if somebody wanted a shot in their beverage, we'd give them fill up. But you were there, you know it. You probably had one when you were there, Marijane. I so miss that place. You have no idea. But like there's 50 million different ways to consume cannabis, and some of them you have to be careful about because an isolate or a distillate, you have too much, you're going into the hospital for some fucking because you're going to have hypermemesis or whatever.
No, you won't. Fuck. Jeez, where do you guys come up with this shit?
I actually have a friend who suffers from that.
I have been hospitalized twice from cannabis, and that's from consuming too much.
So you greened out?
Yes.
Okay.
The bed was spinning and everything.
Do you know what the actual fucking cure is for too much cannabis?
Eat.
A bag of chips and a fucking cartoons.
Eat.
All right?
Yeah.
Or if you're starting to have a panic attack, Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon, the entire album, especially with the headset.
When you're working in a cannabis lounge and you get there and eat 600 milligram cookies because you didn't know that they were that high, by the time you get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, the earth is moving.
Hey, that's an issue. All right? But I mean, so what do you do? Did you freak out, have a panic attack, have to go to the hospital?
The first time, yes. The second time, no. Well, because I honestly thought I was having a heart attack the first time. But the second time, no. I knew what was going on, so I ate something and crawled into bed and held on. And woke up, I was fine. Just
and
like...
Alexis says black pepper.
There you go. Yep. Have a sniff.
Have a sniff of black pepper. Don't snort a fucking line of black pepper. That's just nasty, all right? But if you do, feel free to videotape it because I'm sure one of the fucking television shows would love to pick that one up.
I have to remember to take your video off of StreamYard, Marijane. The sauerkraut.
Mm.
Yep.
What? No, with edibles, you just go slow, right? Start low, go slow,
Like I
because
I can I
edibles are different. When
yes.
you smoke THC, all right, it's absorbed through the lungs into the bloodstream. The majority of the THC goes to the CBD receptors and yada yada. You get high in the brain, all
Yeah.
right? You get that head high. When you ingest THC,
As they used to call it, insane in the membrane.
right? But when you ingest
Insane in the brain.
delta 9 THC, it converts to what's known as 11 hydroxy THC in the liver, which then goes into your bloodstream, and it's basically, they say, 100 times more powerful than THC. This is why Health Canada and the Canadian government in their Cannabis Act enacted the 10 milligram maximum per dose, because 10 milligrams of true THC from whole plant THC, not distillate, is enough to get you high, right? Very high for some people, moderately high for others that use a lot of ingesting food. That's the case, have too,
See, that's why I
right?
feel like when baking at home, I feel like we should say that the most important thing is knowing the measurements and knowing the numbers on like
Right.
how much cannabis, what the
Yeah, but it's
THC
also what
But
works
percentages
for
but
are.
you.
now let's talk about the legacy market, because the legacy market,
They don't measure shit.
well, it's not
Not
that they
true.
don't
It's true.
measure shit.
Well, if you're baking for
It's
yourself, you don't
no, it's
really.
no, not that market. I mean the market that supplies all the dispensaries. All right.
Oh,
Okay. So the dispensaries that are out there that are being supplied are, for the most part, being supplied products with distillate. And those numbers are based off of distillate. So if you see 100 milligram black market distillate, that would be equivalent to a 10 milligram of a whole plant, right? Except the whole plant is going to last you 4 to 6 hours,
And the difference between
whereas the
distillate and
distillate,
oil is that Marcel is having oil. You can tell because he's starting to slur.
yeah, well, oh, and I gotta let this monster out. Here you go, go elephant.
Marcel, you don't talk about your monster.
That
Can we
was
see
my
your
elephant.
Can we see
That
your
was
tits again, Mary Jane?
that was my pet elephant. No, so you'll see these inflated numbers in the legacy market on their packaging, saying 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams, 500 milligrams. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the people that are purchasing these are all walking around saying, I ate 500 milligrams.
Yeah, but in fact, it could be only a little bit.
It would be the equivalent to 50 milligrams of a whole plant extract. Right.
Is that what the
Um,
equivalent is between the two?
and yeah, you'd be really high for a bit.
so it's like 110.
But on the whole plant, you'll be fucked up for quite a while, and probably thinking about going to the hospital because you had too much.
So if you're
So
making stuff at home, like if I'm making butter, I'm making whole plant.
yes,
Okay.
exactly what you're doing.
Okay.
But when you're making butter from the plant, you're extracting chlorophyll. That's why your butter turns green, right? If you make emulsions with whole plant, such as olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, whatever fucking oil you want to use, right? As long as it's a natural oil. Um, if you use that, it'll come out green and it'll have that bitter chlorophyll taste. If you do an extraction with a solvent, it depends on the solvents, right? But you can do it fast and cold enough without having to go through elaborate filtration, then you would have very little chlorophyll and a much cleaner product, right? Instead of being coming out a dark green color, you would end up having an oil that come out a golden brown color. Elaborate filtration, it comes out amber. And there's no chlorophyll.
I've had butter come out an amber color, and I've had butter come out green.
Well, all of my butter comes out amber because I just use oil in the butter.
Oh, okay.
It takes me 90 seconds to make butter versus it used to take, when we were kids, it was 12 hours to make butter.
Yep.
Right? In the pot, on low.
And yada, yada, yada.
Strain all the plant matter out. It come out putrid green. Green Dragon would take a month, and it tasted just as bad as it looked.
I find that the more bud you use, the more amber it will be.
Yeah, but also the more leaf matter you have. So because a lot of people made butter out of their trim, right?
Yes.
So a lot of it's their trim leaves, small buds that they didn't want to trim, things like that. So you tend to get a bit more chlorophyll, and it tends to be a little more green.
Yep.
Well, I ended up getting such an aversion to the chlorophyll that I don't dare eat anybody else's edibles. Right? Unless I know exactly how it was done and how they did their extraction. Because if it's got the chlorophyll, I'm going to puke.
Yeah.
I won a prize one time on a Facebook, and it was a box full of edibles. And I was all excited and got it, opened the box, and as soon as it opened the box, I started gagging because that's all I could smell was the chlorophyll. Right?
It's time
and
for
everything was made.
guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish your sentence, though.
No, I can't trust anybody's edibles unless I know exactly how they made it.
I've had some edibles that I don't like, and that had an adverse reaction, so to speak.
Yeah.
For instance, a lot of the samples that I got when I got the Karma Cup box a few years ago, a lot of the edible samples were made with MTC, not coconut oil. Even though MTC is a form of coconut oil, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't like it. It gives me the poops.
That's what it is. It's just a refined coconut oil, right? Done through a heat refining process, heat, cool, until it breaks down the long chain to a medium chain. I think Mary Jane farted or something. She looked like she was trying to wave the smell away. So. Oh, she's eating edibles, maybe.
She's eating edibles now. Banana. So it's top of the hour, and I want to show you guys what these bud breaks are.
All right.
So we're going to take a break here. Well, we watch Mary Jane make funny faces. Let's watch Mary Jane make a funny face.
Somebody should tell Blue Moon that MCT oil makes a great laxative. Adding it to a coffee, which also acts as a laxative, should assist you in the morning, I guess.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Hey, Mary Jane Baker. No, I'm Mary Jane Baker. Wait, can we do that again?
Mary Jane Baker, take 27.
Hey, I'm Mary Jane Baker, and you're listening to 420radio.ca.
This is how we grow the weed.
What happened there? Something happened there. My video didn't show.
Why'd you unmute me?
I didn't mean to.
And why'd you unmute me?
Because the video that I wanted to show, it was there where your mute button was, and then it disappeared. So I
didn't want you to have to hear me slurping on my ice cap.
You go ahead and slurp. I'm going to play this video as soon as it finishes loading. Okay, we'll play this one.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBG TV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
What the heck in a high basket, man?
Was that it?
No. Okay, here we go. What the heck?
Not anymore. Al broke the internet again.
I broke the internet.
There's a video with Darcy?
You've not seen that yet?
No, I didn't know there was a video with Darcy.
This one here is it's not a video of Darcy, it's for his Grow segment.
Oh, for the Grow Show.
Yeah, it's right here. Hang on.
See, Al broke the internet again.
Yeah, well, learning new shit.
Meanwhile, Mary Jane went off to puke up whatever she was eating, I guess. MCT oil in coffee in the morning.
Extension.
No.
Where do I get an extension?
Can't do it. Oh,
Can't do
your
it.
mic's on.
Oh, let's
Not
listen.
MCT. Yeah, let's eavesdrop on them.
And
She's probably not even listening to us.
No.
Oh well.
Oh,
Find your video?
I'm still looking, dude. Now I got 2 videos jammed up here, not loading.
Okay, so every day Blue Moon drinks MCT. Is it infused oil in this coffee? Because I know a lot of people take infused butter and put it in coffee.
I've never used MTC. I've only used coconut oil and
MCT.
MCT. Okay, I found it. Be right back.
White Sumo, a rare slightly sativa-dominant hybrid strain. 60% sativa, 40% indica, created through crossing the classic Sumo target with white OG strains.
Okay, I wanted to show Mary Jane.
What he said did not match what was written there in the strain name.
It should have. White Widow. White Sumo. White Sumo.
Sumo what?
I don't know. When Mary Jane comes back, because she asked what the bud breaks were. So that's why I was loading it.
Play it again, because I want to hear what he says. Because
When
it
she
didn't
comes
sound like
back,
he said. Because what was written there was Sumo Tangy, and it didn't sound like he was saying Tangy.
Oh, okay. So you're going to pick our videos apart. Is that what you're going to do?
No, I just wanted it. It confused me because I was reading along. Al, I'm sorry, and I might be high, but I do pick up on these things.
Oh, look, you see, Lexi
See?
picked it out too. Okay.
Okay,
Mary
so
Jane.
there
Mary
is something
Jane
wrong.
playing with her tits again. Okay, you're gonna watch this because I'm playing this for you, Mary Jane.
for me, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were on break.
Well,
No.
that's what but I wanted you to see. You asked what the bud breaks were, so I'm trying to show you the bud breaks.
So then we decided that we would eavesdrop on you for a bit.
I'm like, when do I get?
White Sumo, a rare slightly sativa-dominant hybrid strain. 60% sativa, 40% indica, created through crossing the classic Sumo target with white OG strains.
This is how it grew to be.
Said
Hello.
Targi.
Is it?
Yeah. He thinks he makes it sound like he read it wrong.
I'll have a
But
word with that guy.
it's AI, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name is
So you're not
Ross.
going to, but I think he's mistaken N as an R.
Maybe.
But yeah, other than that, no, it looks fucking awesome. I like it. It's cool. Okay, so Blue Moon and I were having a great conversation about never had Tangy.
You keep talking to Blue Moon, and I'm gonna put up the Bud Break book thingy again, and then
Oh
I'll
no,
bring.
we're talking on here because I'm too lazy to type.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, people can click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you know if they click on it?
It says right there, 3 people have looked at it.
Or up top there.
Yeah.
See, there's all kinds of cool things here.
Every time I post it, it goes in here.
Oh.
Look at that. That's cool. I like that.
Everybody needs to grow cannabis.
Well, it's also nice to have a little guide to go along, right?
What,
Because
for growing cannabis?
yeah, well, because
Yeah.
it's just it's
I mean, it's November. Harvest is done. Processing's done.
Not for me.
Yeah. And now I start thinking about what strains am I going to grow outdoors next year.
How did that one that you that you tried from the LP?
The critical
Did it come out okay?
orange. Yeah, it's not bad actually. It turned out all right. It's hard to tell. This year was such a shitty year for growing outdoors.
Oh, you're telling me?
Oh, yeah. No, you're up in fucking igloo land, man. You're expected to have shitty growing season. But
Thanks.
here it was really bad for us. We had a month of forest fires followed by a month of rain.
Did your plants get any? Was there any flavor change because of the fires?
No, because my plants were still indoors during the fires.
Oh, okay.
Right. My plants, I was smart enough to put my plants out late because of the way the
We all
weather
did.
was.
We all put everything out late, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we had way too much rain to put them out. They would have drowned. So once the weather started getting better and once the temperatures got to double digits overnight, that was the bigger key. Because all that rain, we had lower temperatures too.
Well, here's to a better winter. What do you got going for the winter?
Weather-wise,
No, inside wise.
nothing. I won't. No, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to grow next year.
You're
I'll
not going to do
start.
anything over the winter?
Oh fuck no, never do that.
Oh, too expensive?
They're too busy. I mean, I could grow like a couple of autoflowers or something like that, but why bother? Right? I mean,
How many did you get off this summer?
what?
Plants.
20.
And is that enough for the year?
I make do. Um, We probably pulled in half of what we would normally do. So, but that's why on the
Do you have any weight?
no,
You
this is
don't?
why. But this is why you have a storage limit that's twice the
There's no storage limit at home,
for medical there is
but not for
on your
recreation.
license.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Right? On your license, there's actually a storage limit. But for outdoor, it's double what it is for indoor. And
That
the
doesn't
reason
make
being
sense
is,
because for recreational, for your 4 plants, there's no storage limit.
I know that. And I mean, you could argue that in court. But what I'm saying is, before recreational came along, that was the one thing they did right, was on the medical program, was the storage limit for outdoor. And it was double what the indoor is. And the reason being is if you run into a situation exactly like this, where this year it was a dismal crops for everybody, you still have enough left in storage from last year, right? Because you basically get enough storage limit for your yearly needs times 2. So you always keep at least 1 year's worth in storage.
Well, it's nice in theory
It works.
if you can pull it off.
You pull it off in your first grow. If you grow it right,
We'll find out.
if you grow it right, you grow double what you actually need for outdoor, right? So you have double what your license would be for outdoor, not for indoor, only for outdoor,
Okay.
right? So your storage limit coincides with how it's being grown. So your indoor, if you grow,
It doesn't
if you
make
have
sense
an
at all that they
but if
even
you have an
wasted their time.
indoor outdoor license,
It doesn't make sense at all that there's no limit for recreational and there's a limit for medical. I know a lot of people out there who are good enough growers to grow 3 years worth of fucking weed out of fucking 4 plants, dude. You know people like that too. You could probably do that.
right? And that's totally fine. And then it's up to them what they want to keep in
But
storage or
here's what
not,
they don't.
right?
Here's what you people forget to mention though. Okay, that's year round. That's not just once. That's year round that you can do that, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, 2 to 3 times a year.
If you have the facilities inside. I mean, right?
Yeah, if you have the facilities and the capabilities, you can pull off 3 crops a year easily, right? You can pull off more if you've got multiple rooms. You've set it up right. You got enough rooms. You can pull off a crop every week if you want.
Depends on strain selection too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, it depends on what you're growing.
Sorry, I had to get changed. It was too hot.
Her
But
nipples are getting sore.
why grow such an abundance if you can't get rid of it?
Well, at what point are you doing too much, anyways? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I'm happy with the medical restrictions that they have for what you can have for storage for that, but the recreational side, there's no limit, right? So I mean, there's 4 plants. I mean, if you've got 150 pounds in your house and you're growing off your recreational license of 4 plants, you're going to have a hard time convincing anybody that 150 pounds came off of those 4 plants.
At this point, if you've got people rooting around in your home, on your property, in your basement, in your grow room, looking for how many plants you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Right?
Yeah.
Who's to say that somebody didn't gift you that cannabis?
Right, but you're saying how much should you have in storage? Well, how much do you need?
That's my point. How much
Right.
do you really need?
Right. So it's
How much can I
basically
get my hands on?
how much do you need? Then keeps twice as much in storage if you grow outdoors.
I don't care
Right.
what the limit is, as long as I've got my medicine. I don't care if I'm over my
Let's
limit
let's
or under my
let's
limit.
say you go through, you've calculated out, and I'll go on the high side. You go through a pound a month.
Half.
Right. No, you're doing a pound a month. Right. There's
Okay.
12 pounds
In a year.
in a year.
Okay.
That's probably what, almost 10 gram a day license. Let's say a 10 gram a day of license. That's 19 plants outdoors.
Mhm.
All right.
And way more indoors.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is strictly for outdoors, but you get twice as much for a storage. I think the storage for it is something like 7 kilos or something like that.
Are you talking about medical cannabis storage?
Yeah.
I didn't think there was.
There's,
what we're
well,
talking about.
I'm like, there's
yeah,
no
but
cap on recreational.
there's no cap on recreational. But we're
So
talking
claim
about,
it's your rec cannabis.
but see, you're coming into the conversation part way,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
So the conversation was, how much does somebody need to keep in storage? So calculate out how much you use in 1 year,
I see.
however many pounds or grams or
Mhm.
kilos, whatever you want to work it out with. And then you have that plus that in storage if you grow outdoors.
So is that so you
That,
have 2 years?
yep.
Okay.
And you do that off your very first crop. So if you've got 20 plants and you can pull off 1 pound per plant outdoors on a good season, very easily achievable. All right. Then you've got 20 pounds of cannabis. That covers that 10-day gram license for about 2 years. And that's off your first crop. So the next year, you do it again. And you do it again, and you do it again every year. But what happens is you get better and better every year. So you start growing strains that'll produce maybe 2 pounds per plant, or 3 pounds per plant, or 5 pounds per plant.
Indoor?
Outdoor.
Yeah. What is the average weight of an indoor plant?
Average weight of an indoor plant. It would depend on how your facility was set up. It could be anywhere from 50 to 600
pounds,
600 grams.
Oh, thank you.
Per plant.
So that's what in pounds?
Just over 1.
So about a pound a plant.
Yeah.
Even
if you're a really good grower, yes. If you're a really good grower, you could achieve 3 pounds per light.
At what wattage?
1,000 watts.
Okay. So that's 3,000. That's 3,000 watts.
1,000 watts is the same as the sun. All right, for the equivalent of light.
That's a lot.
So I mean, all right. Cannabis is best described as a weed. It will literally grow anywhere. You can take a bucket of mud from the ditch and put a cannabis seed in it, and you can grow a pot plant. And if it's a female, it'll grow a nice female flower. It'll grow crystals.
And if it's a male, it's gonna go poof all over you.
Right, but if it's
balls.
A female, you're going to get some nice flowers and you're going to get a buzz. But that weed that'll grow in that ditch dirt will take all the love that you can give it. And the more love you give it, the more love it gives you back, right? So you create a symbiotic relationship between you and the plant where you just share the love with each other, right? You feed it, you nurture it, you water it, you grow it, and it rewards you with an abundant bouquet of flowers for you to turn around dry and smoke, right?
I struggled with that when I first grew. I was like, I'm going to have to chop these down.
Why?
Well, because I felt like I was just growing them, like you say, to just kill them. But I mitigated that by telling them that they were doing me good, that they were growing for a purpose, and that, this was the reason why they were here. So that way I didn't feel bad when I cut them down.
It's not even a matter of feeling bad. It's also your medicine, and it's just giving you back what you put into it.
Mary Jane, look at the chat.
What's that?
I asked you a question.
Oh, what chat? On private?
What chat?
On Facebook.
Okay.
I don't see any chat on Facebook.
Because it was her Facebook.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is. What's an URL?
URL. Address.
No address that I know of.
What?
You mean to get tickets?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Is there a link for tickets?
For what?
The thing I'm trying to post for Mary Jane.
Oh, she has a thing.
A Christmas tribute that Timmy's doing.
Oh, without a link.
Yeah, we need a link.
I was just asking if you could put the photo up on the screen like you did. Jeez.
Well,
how sad is that?
Wow.
That there wasn't even a link to go with it. I mean, Mary Jane, are you like in charge of marketing or something?
Look, I'm an entertainer. I am not a marketer.
I thought you were the marketing person as well. And bookkeeper.
Okay, let me get that hat and this hat and this hat. And let me just,
I like okay.
I even went and got my black light to show you that my hair glows in the black light. Like, I'm trying to keep everything together and I can't.
There you go.
Okay, now.
Oh, can't see it because of the.
There's a conversation going on in the chat overlay.
About burger
and somebody's saying, replying to Facebook user, I like burger tarts. What are these burger tarts?
They're supposed to be butter tarts.
Oh, butter tarts. Okay, I don't like butter tarts,
but if you think about burger tarts, is that not what tortilla is?
You can't get rid of the chat, man.
That might be right. Yeah.
Right? A tortilla would be a burger tart.
Yeah. Hey, do you want the chat off? Here, I'll turn the chat overlay off.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you guys. Teamwork.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Everybody keeps asking, Timmy, when are you coming to my town? When are you coming to my town? Well, a lot of Timmy shows are private, but this one is actually a fundraiser. It's public. If you want to help support the preschool, there's a preschool in Guelph that Timmy's doing the fundraiser for. Tickets are only $25. Show's coming up. It's a Christmas, the 80s tribute Christmas special.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll make sure that we get out a link.
And I turned the chat overlay off just after or just before Alexis said that she's going to create burger tarts. And I just thought, as we were doing that, I was thinking burger tarts could be like a little mincemeat pie.
You can turn the chat back on.
Oh, sorry. Completely covered in pastry. Right?
It's not letting me do it, so you can do it.
Oh, I did it, and now it's got to wait till somebody chats, and it'll pop up, and it'll start all over again on the screen, and people will be lost and have no idea what we've been talking about with people from.
Well, you know what?
LinkedIn
It shows up.
Facebook.
It shows up on the page that they're talking from. So,
Yeah. Does it show up on YouTube?
When you say something, I
See?
believe so.
Alexa said done. Mincemeat pie. And you could call it a burger tart.
A burger tart.
Covered in completely in
Actually,
pastry.
you know what?
Medicate
That
the mincemeat because it has lots of fat. Bacon, infused bacon. So here's an easy recipe for you after you've made your perfect oil that's come out nice and golden. That looks like that caramel sauce spread across the whipped cream, right? In my picture is what your oil should look like. Actually, it looks exactly like I should take pictures of that. That looks like really good oil. But what was the recipe I was giving you? Oh, the bacon. No, after you
I
fry
lost touch of reality.
Bacon, yeah, after you
fry
do the
bacon,
oil.
after you fry bacon, take
Yeah.
that oil and filter it through a coffee filter. And then add your cannabis oil to that bacon grease.
What a
Put
great
it,
way to cover up the taste of cannabis.
stir it around, and then you can spread that on your eggs after you fry them. You can spread it on toast. You can have it right out of the fucking jar if you want because it's bacon grease. And who doesn't love bacon except for weirdos? Sorry
Vegetarian.
for the weirdos out there
Vegans.
listening. I don't like bacon. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry
What
to you
planet?
plant lovers.
What planet did you come from?
I like beef bacon better.
Nah.
Do you like
I
turkey
actually
bacon?
I don't know if they make beef
Do you like
bacon.
turkey bacon?
No, I
that's
want
not
bacon
that's
bacon.
that's no,
Yeah,
that's
Actually,
not bacon.
pork.
I eat bacon.
That's like chicken hot dogs. All right, you ever eat chicken wieners?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a reason why they were the cheapest things in the deli counter or the meat counter. All right,
Yep.
because one, they didn't taste like any chicken you could ever fucking imagine.
They're like, this is chicken. You're like, no, this is mystery meat. This is not chicken.
And the texture
It's
was
a ground up bone with it.
oh, it was bad. Oh, it was bad.
Those are the ones you get for 97 cents for the pack of 12.
Yeah, when you're looking at the regular ones at $8 a package for
Yeah.
8, you think,
Yeah.
I wonder which one's the better deal here. Yeah.
Sorry, children.
Yeah, it's for the kids.
It's so
I'm
bad.
doing it for the kids. It's chicken. It's good in protein. Yeah.
I literally had a conversation with somebody today who said they bought squash from the grocery store and it went bad within like 3 days. And I'm like, yeah, but if you buy buns, like hamburger buns, those things will last for 3 months.
Oh yeah.
Before they don't go moldy, they just go hard.
Yeah, well, produce doesn't get the preservatives that bakeries put into their shit. But here's the cool thing about cannabis.
Uh-oh.
Are we going into news?
Well, no, cannabinoids were patented by the U.S. Department of Health as antioxidants and neuroprotectants.
I knew that.
All right. The antioxidant thing has been always in the back of my mind when I realized that hemp seed oil, which goes bad fairly quickly, all right, as an omega-3, all right, it starts to go rancid after, if you leave it out about 3 months versus olive oil, which, 6 to 9 months. But what we started finding was with cannabis oil mixed with any oil, it acted as an antioxidant and prevented the oil from going rancid. Have you ever heard of anybody with their oil or butter going rancid? And mold doesn't count growing on butter because that's just moisture from your fault.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's
somebody.
Pardon?
Because you got to blame somebody.
You got to blame somebody, but that's where mold comes from, is moisture from you, not from the butter itself. See, Marijane looks like she's racking her brain.
No.
Did I break it? Were you wondering what we were talking about?
Nope.
Me too.
No, I was actually thinking about different recipes.
What kind?
To do. My favorite one is the I think they call them church windows or stained glass windows. It's the peanut butter and butterscotch chips melted with marshmallows. I wait until it's like cooled a little bit, and because you have to wait for the mixture to cool down before you put the marshmallows in, or else it melts the marshmallows.
Thank you.
Well, you don't like the rainbow marshmallows?
I don't like peanut butter in any form.
Oh, well, it tastes more like
peanut butter works very well at hiding the cannabis flavor.
And the butterscotch makes it the perfect sweetness.
No. So does the shot of rye.
Coffee hides the taste well.
Yes. Tea.
Ooh, chocolate covered coffee beans would be delicious.
Yeah, but they're hard to do unless you can do a large quantity.
Yeah, I could see
at
that.
a time. What else hides the flavors good? A lot of the fruit flavors can hide it if it's a clean oil. If it's got chlorophyll, then it takes a hell of a lot more flavoring to try and mask that taste.
If you're interested in information about Timmy's thing, here you go.
Oh, there's a link even.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like to use coconut oil when infusing, only because I find the coconut flavor also helps with my favorite cannabis infused coconut oil recipe is Rice Krispie Squares.
Oh yeah.
Because that with the coconut oil, it gives it like this light taste.
See what I would do is I would put the oil in the butter, right? That I mixed in with the marshmallows to melt it all.
I can't eat a lot of marshmallows. Too much sugar.
And then and you can add either both if you want, or all three. You can add chocolate, peanut butter, Nutella, or any combination of those onto those Rice Krispie Squares. And if you do it right, do it in a large sheet pan and flatten it out so they're maybe half to an inch thick. Then cover the whole thing with either, like I said, chocolate, whatever. You can even throw some nuts on, and then roll it up as a log. Then you can cut it off into slices. Now you have pinwheels of infused Rice Krispie wheels that are filled all the way around.
Oh my God, I would put sprinkles in there.
That
you
might
could put anything
some
you
Nutella.
want.
Oh my God.
And
you could chocolate coat it at the end?
No.
Right? And if you only medicate the butter that went in to the beginning, you can calculate what your dosages would be off of each slice. That's why it's good to know, have a rough idea of what your oil sits at. Yummy things.
You're very noisy tonight there, lady.
Sorry, I'm looking through my bag of goodies.
It's all her nipples are in her box.
What's a pinned message mean?
I pinned the information for Timmy's concert.
Okay. So that was just to confuse me.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing any. I think the chat is frozen up on us as far as the screen goes. It's not showing up. I can't even turn it on and off anymore. It broke it.
Yeah, but it doesn't like you.
I broke it. So we still have a half an hour of this crap.
Oh.
Time has slowed down.
Restream sent a message. There's a message from Dale. I see messages.
All right.
Yes.
I'll turn it off.
No, turn it off and then turn it back on, Marcel.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
It won't turn off.
Yeah, I know.
And it keeps telling me pin message. Back to message. I don't care.
Yeah, I can unpin it here.
You might have to unpin that so we can see everybody else's.
No, still won't let me turn it off. You turn it off.
No, I broke the internet again. I tried.
So wait, what are these vape cartridges then? Are they all distillate? Most?
Most.
This one here I just got from Liddy. It is Slappin' Berry.
Ooh.
Smells good. Smells like blueberry.
What does one of those cost?
I'm not sure. I think they're like $40.
So about the same as Shatter.
Yes. I'm
And
not sure.
okay, now will one of those pen tops? You have to have a battery, obviously. Will one of those pen tops? Will it last as long as my Shatterizer with a gram of shatter?
Depends on how often you use it. And you know shatter is different than whatever this is.
Well, that's why I'm asking, because this is a distillate, probably.
Yeah, this is going to last me longer, most likely.
So, but you see, I can squish a few grams of squishy or rosin.
Your few grams of squishy is whole plant.
That's
not
right, and
distillate.
that'll keep me going with my Shatterizer for a month.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's back to the same distillate versus whole plant.
Hello again, Dale.
Yeah, it would be nice if they were a little bit more transparent on what it is. Like,
And I think this is the issue that a lot of people in the profession are facing, because you've got a whole crowd of people out there that are making some really, really good products, but we have no fucking idea what's in it. And then you've got the government sitting there going, okay, you can make this and you can make this and you make this with all the legal businesses, but you have to do it our way. But their way doesn't seem to be the right way. I mean, it's very confusing, because 40 milligrams of cannabis should mean 40 milligrams of cannabis.
mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, no, but 40 milligrams of THC
in whole plant is different than
right,
distillate, right? That's what you're saying?
is still 40 milligrams of THC. And when your label tells you that it's 40 milligrams per piece THC, 0 milligrams CBD.
But there's other stuff in it.
Then you know there's a distillate.
Because there's no other stuff in it. If there was other stuff in it, it would be full extract.
If it said 40 milligrams THC, 6 milligrams CBD, 1.5 milligrams CBN, whatever, all right, on the label, then you're getting a whole plant. Well, those 40 milligrams are not going to affect you the same way.
You know what I say to all of that, Marcel? Grow your own. Make your own shit.
Yeah. Recipes are
How
easy.
long have you been baking and making your own edibles, Marcel? How long? How many years? You.
Me doing this type of thing with extracts
edibles,
since
whatever.
2008.
It's a long time. I can't remember. I mean, I've had a magical butter machine since.
Well, when I got sick, because here's the problem. I got sick. I'm looking at cannabis. I've got to take this shit for the rest of my life.
Yes.
If I want to stay alive, I'm going to have to take this stuff. It tastes horrible. I hate the taste of pot. I don't smoke pot. Very rarely, right? I'll take a couple puffs, but that's it.
What are you showing, Marijane?
And because...
Is that your COVID test?
No, that's the...
Oh, the cartridge. Anyway, go on, Marcel.
It's distillate.
Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't like the taste. So I'll smoke
full extract from
hash. What?
Can you get full extract anything from OCS?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I'll look while Marcel's talking.
But because I developed such an aversion to chlorophyll, I had to come up with ways to get around that. But I could still taste it. So
Do you get the
I
chlorophyll when you
decided,
smoke it as well, Marcel? Do you get chlorophyll out of it when
what?
you smoke it? When you're inhaling it, are you getting
No,
chlorophyll?
no,
No.
no.
Oh,
Just the
because it
taste.
burns. Why? Just because it burns off right away? The chlorophyll?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it burns off at a lower temperature,
Okay.
or maybe a higher temperature just burns. I don't care what it does, but it
It's not
doesn't.
there
I mean,
when you need it.
well, no, because it's in bud, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
It's different.
it's yeah. Uh, no, it hits the gag reflex. And it's not just me. I mean, it happens to a lot of people, and a lot of people it happens to
I
them
understand the gag
years
reflex.
afterwards.
I understand the gag reflex because I use it because I wake up because of the diabetes. I'm nauseated, right?
Right.
So I have to smoke 3 or 4 doobies before I even think about eating. So they
Yeah,
do
but
have
it's not even that. It's
$10.
when yeah, when
Look
you
at so the CBD is super high.
super high, then what they've
This is
done is
full spectrum.
they've taken
Says
they've taken two distillates and added them together.
full
All right.
spectrum.
Oh, and they put CBG in
So
too.
$42 a cartridge.
But
But
I would say it
that's
was still all distillates.
well, I just searched full spectrum on OCS. There's 81 products, from topicals to gummies to drinks. Um, yeah, and
Right.
then the
Well,
vape carts. Ooh, full spectrum extract
You
by
know what I
Tribal, of
find very
course.
interesting? You know what I find very interesting? Every pet store that I've been to up here has hemp stuff for pets.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
listen, if you can make money off it, why not?
Yeah. What's the
Because
carrier, Mary Jane?
yeah,
Um, in let me go back to that first one that I was showing. The full spectrum CBG, CBD, and THC.
in a vape pen.
No fillers, cutting agents, or artificial ingredients, bursting with mango kush flavor, followed by citrus and earthy notes. The cannabinoid blend is combined with more than 15 natural sativa strain terpenes, including alpha-pinene, linalool, eucalyptyl, myrcene, and beta caryophyllene. Comes in a 510 thread made of quality ceramic and glass parts with leak-proof sealing.
So
See,
that told me it's all made
Extraction
from
process ethanol.
yeah.
if you've got a squisher or if you have a tincture, not a tincture, but if you squished enough to make uh, a vegetable glycerin tincture, which is the
A
same
gram.
stuff. What's that?
A gram.
A what?
A
A
gram.
gram.
What about a gram?
A gram of your rosin is enough for a vegetable tincture
Yeah,
if you
but what
want.
I'm getting at is the stuff that they use in tobacco pens is usually vegetable glycerin, but
No.
they add a pectin in it or something like. Is it a pectin? No, what is it called?
There's also propylene glycol.
It's either PG or
No, there's
VG,
propylene
vegetable
glycol. There's all
glycerin
kinds of
or propylene glycol. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yes. So I use the vegetable glycerin, and I put it into a cartridge in one of the refill oil cartridges from Shatterizer, and walk
yep.
around with that. I
Okay,
burn
so
quite
my
a
question
bunch.
is
This one looks
what
good.
does what effect does burning that fat and inhaling it into your lungs have in your lungs in long term?
I don't know. I guess this is the issue that people are having
Right?
with vape
Yeah,
technology. We really don't know. It's so new.
yeah.
Some
And
people
see
say,
and
some
that
people
would
have been
have a
diagnosed. Some people have been diagnosed with popcorn lung from smoking from vaporizers
yep.
because of the heat, right?
Yeah, and heat and sucking so hard on them. Because I mean, for some reason, these kids love to make these big clouds. And
Oh,
You
okay,
don't need that.
all right. So no, and not to knock Shatterizer because I love Shatterizer. They're friggin' awesome. All right, but Shatterizer that did their big clouds thing. I look at it as those big clouds that every puff that you take, you only absorb 1/3 of what you inhaled.
And
So
you know,
you
and that
2/3 of what you exhale off of every puff
is just a waste.
I don't know
is
if
the
you can
waste.
actually, if you guys
It's
can see
it's
this.
No,
it's
honey,
like,
no.
back in the day, Marcel. Okay, go. Okay, squeeze me, squeeze me, squeeze me. Okay, let
Oh
go.
yeah, you guys were dumb.
Oh yeah, knock yourself out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
So I just want to
That's
point out, I've been going through the things on the OCS here, and a lot of these the vape pens and the extracts and stuff like that, they're all, the one thing I noticed that they have in common that I like the OCS puts on here is the grow method, the grow medium, the drying method, the trim method, that sort of thing.
they put all the information.
They do, and a lot of them are grown outdoors. They're machine trimmed. So you can tell it's like they don't put any sort of like care to it. But I was looking at this one, and this one says it's a hybrid greenhouse. It's grown in rock wool, and the drying method is fresh frozen.
yeah.
So they put it in the freezer the minute they cut it. Is that how?
And the extraction process is butane.
I tried to do that, and I lost 1 pound in my freezer in the fucking camper because the fucking hydro.
So they use butane in a closed loop system, right?
Yeah.
And they create what teenagers have been blowing up apartment buildings for years with, called honey oil.
Yes.
Right?
We've had that for years.
Look at it.
What's that, a butter?
Yeah.
That's to me, I'd say it was more like, it looks like a wax. Like it looks like earwax, but this is by Tribal. Power Sure Full Spectrum Extract. That's $47.15 for a gram at the OCS. I don't know what your local store, if they carry it, but I know Tribal's good.
They have a nice selection here, but
it all depends on the extraction process. But all of those products there that are whole plant, right? Rosin, shatter, butter, anything like that, they can all be constituted into recipes as a whole plant extract, and consider them. I mean, rosin, you might be a little high end on the THC, 80 to 90% THC. So you could always cut back on the amount of rosin that you'd use. But it depends, again, on what you use for a solvent to extract it.
Is that more gummies, or
because
is that
different solvents extract different compounds? I don't know what a mana is.
Mana is maple sugar. I was just going through the website. It's full spectrum THC. Simple Canadian ingredients.
It's like a maple sugar, like a brownie.
So wait now. So what? Hold it. You're just going through OCS, picking random things, and you say, "Oh, I want this one," and you reach over it and you grab it.
She's
got like a direct line to a fucking OCS here or something.
No, I just had the pleasure of meeting the awesome people at Mana, and there's a couple packs of brown sugar in here. See, it says sample. That's why when you asked me how much it was, I was like, I don't know, because it's a sample.
Sample.
See?
Okay, so wait now, it's brown sugar?
Yeah.
Or maple sugar?
It's maple sugar. Sorry, it's maple sugar.
This is all stuff you got at an
does
event.
it come out as a paste?
No.
It's a paste, not
it's
granular.
a brown sugar. Yeah, I'm sure it's granular. Let's see. See how you guys are watching me open this for the first time.
I want to put up this picture again for you, for Tim.
Timmy.
Tim.
No, I want to see this.
Timothy. Tim.
Well, you keep bugging me. I'm going to start calling him Timothy.
Okay, so you get one of these. Timothy the Third.
Oh, little envelope.
Yeah.
Is it a powder? You can feel it. Don't open it. Don't open it.
No, I'm going to put it in my tea.
Oh, you're going to get baked.
Yeah, it's
Come on,
Friday night.
join the party. Join the party, man. Show's over in like 10 minutes, so
Oh, I
I'm
wish these were
fucking
a
off
little bit
before
more
that
open,
kicks in.
like easier to open. Oh, it smells so good.
Smells like maple?
Oh yeah.
That's sugar.
Ooh, it's more like a powder than it is like a sugar,
Well, yeah.
but it's
Just
dissolving.
basically dry it out into a hard block and then grate it.
Ooh, get in there.
So yeah, I mean, you can infuse maple syrup. You can infuse honey because it will bind to sugars, not as well as it binds to a fat,
What else do I
right?
have in
And
here?
your bloodstream will uptake fat molecules more so than sugar. Well, your stomach will uptake sugar, your intestines will uptake fats. Can't even read that label.
It's a spray. Oh, man, why do they make these things idiot proof? Ah, there we go. This one's citrus. Citrus Splash by Exca.
How did your
What is it?
Halloween thing go, Mary Jane?
Citrus Splash by
So
Exca.
Mary Jane.
what is it?
What's
A drink? Or it's a
How
Mo
did
spray?
Oh my eye!
Tastes like
I
lemon.
said, how did your Halloween thing go?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. It was fun.
I want to know how many THC there is per spray.
Per spray. God, I understand that they make these. They got to make these small because like the labels are
You got your
small. But I'm
glasses
getting
on.
These are last prescription. My new prescription has got a big gouge out of the front. One activation, 0.1 mils, 3.33 grams. Okay, that's the net weight.
0.1.
1 mils. Yeah.
So one spray is 0.1 milliliter. So that's 10 sprays per milliliter. What is that? A 30 ml bottle? 40?
I don't know. It says net weight 3.33 grams. I don't know numbers.
It should tell you how many milliliters are in the bottle. Because it's a liquid spray, it should tell you how many milligrams there is per milliliter.
Total THC 98 milligrams a gram. Total THC activation 9.3 milligrams a gram.
Yeah, so that's distillate.
Wait, is that the same as this one? Yeah, it is. Okay. I forgot. This must be the newbies and this is the doobies. Or this is the doobies and this is the newbies.
Oh,
one of the
flavors?
two. No. The other
Well,
flavors in here, though. This one's strawberry.
Oh, yeah? You trying that one too?
No, I have to have. I'm already struggling.
Just thinking,
I gotta have
you had your supper yet?
I ate the penis gummy. That was kind of gross. I'm gonna have this before bed. It's a nighttime CBN cookie by Big Pete's. Can of butter, full spectrum cookie. There you go. Full spectrum.
Hopefully.
Can of butter.
So when
Let's
you
hope
look
it
at the
doesn't
label,
taste like distillate like these. This tasted like distillate. The censored edibles.
what does distillate taste like?
A censored. What is not allowed to tell you what it
no.
is?
No,
What?
censored edibles. You can get them in penises, vaginas, boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Distillate has this like yucky taste, like it's like plastic or something. Like you just tasted something you shouldn't eat.
It makes me a little edgy.
all right, so it shouldn't really have much flavor at all, but sometimes terpenes and other fillers are added. Because remember, if you've got 100 units, you need 100 units. If your distillate's 96%, there's 4 other units. What are those other 4 units, and what's the flavor that it's putting into that distillate? And
I don't know. You
a
know
lot
what?
of them try and put terpenes in there,
I lost.
and then they call it a whole plant blend.
Well, this one almost tastes like the lemon oil, the lemongrass oil that I put in my bathtub. Like, I don't know what that tastes like, but to me, it smells. Wait, this tastes the way my bath oil smells.
Is it alcohol or oil?
I don't know. How would I know that?
You taste the alcohol. So okay, so I have
alcohol will burn your mouth. Alcohol will burn your mouth, and oil will stick.
I have 2 tinctures. One is for both the cat and the dog, and there's no alcohol in it. The one that I have for pain, yes. So the one I have for pain for Stephen, for the cat, has alcohol in it, and he won't touch it. I have to let it sit so that the alcohol smell just goes away.
Where'd everybody go? I'm like, I'm the only one. Come back.
Yeah, how'd you change that? You're
I can't do anything. I don't know how to do shit on this. You guys said don't get frustrated. You should have been here. Marcel, Al did like a whole 20-minute pep talk. He was like, don't get frustrated and just disappear. Just
look what you did. You were all pissed off and upset because you couldn't get your computer working with your green screen. And look what she made. That's like, I'd love to have that. In fact, give me that. Send it to me. I want it.
You're so funny. How about you come get it and take it from me?
No,
yes.
I'm making it dark.
It's like 10 o'clock here.
We're almost done. I just figured I'd show you my hair.
Oh, look at that. There you go. That's cool.
Okay, so
that is awesome.
Your cow uniform.
Look at my hair.
Look at that's cool.
Oh yeah, your hair's cool.
So my hair glows in the backlight. Yeah, I guess I probably should hang that up there, shouldn't I? Like,
I like it where, well,
that's kind of cool.
Where'd you have it at the beginning?
Timmy, come and stand over here. Just for 3 minutes.
Just for 3 more minutes, yes.
I think, Marcel, you want it there.
But see, like that is cool.
Oh.
Put it right behind you.
Right behind you.
Going up on in the center.
That's the best I got.
But now
my
you
cord's
need a
not
light
long enough.
Front. You need a light in front now.
I wonder if that was
one of those ring cameras.
Yeah.
Ring cameras on low light.
You guys don't ask for much, eh?
There you go.
No, see, that's too much light.
Too much light.
Okay.
All right, we'll work on it for next week.
I'm not getting frustrated.
We'll work on it for next week. Dale said that's freaking cool, man. All right, say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
And gals.
And girls.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code. Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.